Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review over the Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 1. Now, for those who don't know, I actually tried to make this review earlier in the car. I watched the episode, but I watched it last night, and then I watched it again today to take my notes. And so after I took my notes, I was like, oh, God, I don't feel like sitting in the house. So I was like, I'm going to go get some coffee and just make the review, in a parking lot somewhere. So I'm making the review. Girl, we going. We having a good time. At least I'm having a good time. And then I realized, I said, boy, have you been saying the wrong name? I don't know why I have a hard time still getting Martell, Mauricio, and Marceau name correct. Like, especially when I talk about those brothers, I get them confused all the time. I know what I'm talking about. I know the scene that I'm talking about, but I always get those brothers confused. But quiet as it's kept, they really one of the same, okay? And I know that some of y'all can figure out who I'm talking about, but I don't want to put up a review. And it's one thing for me to say the wrong name once or twice. But girl, I done said the wrong name about 15 times. I don't know if I was excited or what. So I was like, I could not put this review up. Y'all know I'm not the best at editing. So when I feel like I messed up, I will start the entire review over. Okay? So here we are. So we're going to try and make sure we get it right this time. Because if not, y'all ain't getting a review. Girl, I'm lying, girl. I'm going to be in here mad doing it over again. All right. So this is the Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 1. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the looks. The men, okay, we'll talk about Mauricio. Yeah, Mauricio. Yeah. Not Mauricio. What's his name? Maurice, girl. He looked okay. He didn't look bad. He just looked, okay, girl, you got you a suit. Okay, you went to TJ Maxx, found you a suit, or probably, Marshall's found you a suit. Okay. Marceau, I thought Marceau actually looked decent. Martell, Martell was Martell. He didn't look bad. I love the color of the suit. But, it was just Martell. It wasn't nothing. He looked like he ain't on steroids no more. But once upon a time, girl, Martell gained about 99 pounds in muscle. Girl, Martell, you was too big. You was too big to be wearing them small ass clothes. You know who's walking around here in Martell Jr. clothes. Big ass. Walking around here with the little boy clothes on. But anyways, Kimmy, I thought looked cute. It wasn't nothing over the top. It wasn't anything that I just went up for. Let me just say this. There was nobody on stage except for one person who I absolutely went up for. But, Kimmy did not look bad. She had on an ox blood. I think it was ox blood. Well, we call her maroon girl. The old school girls, we say maroon. But she had on like an ox blood dress. The hair was kind of like the same color. Spaghetti strap, sequin dress to the floor. Cool. Then here comes Tisha. Oh, girl. Tisha walked out giving me very much, we are dream girls, boy, we'll make you happy. Yeah, we are dream girls, boy, we'll always care. We are dream girls, dream girls. Girl, you've given me very much dream girls, Diana Ross, Beyonce, Anika Noni Rose, Jennifer Hudson Cheese. Girl, where is you going? Girl, it's like you're going to the Halloween costume party. I didn't like nothing Tisha had on. Now, that color against Tisha's skin was absolutely gorgeous. I think I was more disappointed than Tisha because Tisha is really the best dresser on the show. Okay? Like, does she give you Marlo Hampton, Laura Govan, tease? No, but she don't look bad. Like, I don't know if the girls have noticed, but Tisha really be dressing cute. Okay? So I'm like, Tisha, girl. I know Melanie thinks she probably that girl, but Melanie, you not that girl like that girl. Tisha really got you beat in the dressing department. And that's just on period. So I was a little bit disappointed, girl. She had the stripper heels on. Then she had some fur up here, some fur at the bottom of the dress. Then she would have to hump the hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump. Girl, what? Oh, God. I like nothing she had on. So anyways, Melody, I got what Melody was going for. Clearly, they didn't have enough time to finish that dress. That little piece of that dress that was coming apart at the top was driving me insane. They were very much giving me, besides Kimmy, Tisha, and Melody, and from what I saw, Tiffany, Tisha, Melody were very much giving me country glam tees. From what I saw from Destiny, from the commercial, the preview for the next episode, Destiny was giving me a lot of hair. Her dress didn't look bad, but I don't think I liked her hair. Her hair. Now I'm gonna tell you who shut it down, baby. When I tell you Miss Carlos King, for the girls who don't know nothing about suits, because some of y'all don't be knowing, okay? Let me break something down to y'all. When you wear a suit, your suit should not fit you like sweatpants that you're wearing to walk into the basketball game for practice, okay? Your suit should not look like you borrowed it from your granddaddy or your daddy, right? When you look at Carlos King's suit, that's how a suit should look. When I tell you, whoever made that suit, girl, tailored that suit, girl, created that suit, girl, they know exactly what they're doing. I want the same person who made Carlos King's suit to make mine, okay? Well, not now. When I get some money, the same person who made Carlos King's suits, that's who I want to make my suits, okay? That, when I tell you that, I was looking at Carlos King like this bitch. Baby, that suit was fitting down. Carlos King looked better than everybody on the stage. Next, it was Kimmy. Everybody else could have just went home. Okay? Shout out to Carlos King. Shout out to whoever Carlos King went to. I don't know if he bought that suit out of the store and just had it tailored, or again, if someone came up with a design and made the suit just, specifically for him. I don't know. But whatever happened, baby, they did a damn good job. And that's the person you should continue to go to, Carlos, if you hadn't already been going to him to make your suits. Baby, I was like, ooh, girl. I was looking at everything to see if I could find something wrong. I guess. Okay. That's when you know the girls is hating when they look at you up and down and can't find nothing wrong. I guess. Oh, hating ass bitch. Okay. Shout out to Carlos King and the suit maker, baby. Whoever made that suit. All right, so listen, Carlos King is the host. I didn't know how to feel about this at first, for the simple fact that I don't really know Carlos King's hosting style. I was like, he hosted this reunion before, so I should remember. It wasn't. I think it was an R&B Divas reunion, but even then, I still don't remember how he hosted. Like, I was like, either this can go an Andy Cohen way, or either this can go another direction. At least with Andy has his favorites. He holds certain people's feet to the fire, others he doesn't. So I was like, I didn't really know what to expect. My reaction was more along Tisha's reaction when she found out he was going to be hosting the reunion. At the end of the day, I will say I thought from so far so good. He did an excellent job. He says that he knows where the bodies are buried, so he'll pretty much know if someone is trying to play him or not. Like, I know. So y'all can try to play this game with me, but I know what's going on, right? So I guess in that aspect, that's a good thing. It's been 2 years since the reunion. Tisha is happy that she basically sets these goals, and she accomplishes the goals. She has received, I think, her second master's degree, I believe. So Tisha is an educated woman. I don't know what she's doing with this education and these degrees. All right, so Tisha says that she is off of Twitter. I don't blame Tisha. If you are, I'm gonna say this much. One thing I realized, y'all know I really just got into Twitter like that. Like before, when I would get on Twitter, well, still to this day, I just get on Twitter to look at porn, okay? And then when I got on this, in the past, most of the stuff I tweeted, it was a retweet. I've just kind of gotten into trying to tweet my own thoughts, right? But that Twitter world is a whole nother world, okay? YouTube ain't got nothing. The YouTube comments ain't got nothing on the Twitter world, baby. It is on some real, free for all over there. Yeah. The girls is not playing no games. So if you ain't got thick skin, if you can't handle people talking crazy to you or whatever, I suggest do the same thing as Tisha. Stay off of Twitter. Because the girls, they can be mean. Okay? Anyways, all right. So shout out to Tisha for realizing that, girl, it's not that deep, it's not that serious. Girl, let me get off of here and delete this app. So shout out to her for recognizing that. She said she asked Carlos King when the show first started what some advice that he would give her. And he said, don't read the comments. I've heard Beyonce say that years ago. Don't read the comments. So for any of you out there who are on your way to celebrity, or if you are a celebrity and you happen to watch my channel, what's up, y'all? I would suggest the same thing. Don't read the comments. Well, I think you might want to get off this video. All right, man, it's not that bad over here, girl. I think most of the people in my comment sections, even though they may, say, we all talk out the side of our neck. I don't think it's that bad on my channel. I don't think so. Anyways, so are there any regrets to you doing the show? Melody says no. She says the positive outweighs the negative. Now you can take girl. I'm not mad at Melody, but the simple fact that Melody is saying, the simple fact, in my opinion, that Melody is saying, yeah, I know I got a divorce. Yes, I know my family is no longer together. But even with that being said, I don't regret doing the show, and the positives that have happened outweigh the negative things. This woman is a single mother of 4, right? Husband had a baby, was out here cheating on her, and she's still telling you, even with the destruction of my family at the hands of my husband, right? Even though I'm a single mother of 4, baby, everything that happened after that is way better. Girl! If that ain't a slap in Martell face, okay? Anyways, Martell still thinks that he should receive some type of credit, I guess, for Melody and her success. He says that girl, at the end of the day, I don't know. I just feel like in some instances, I don't think that people yes, you probably should acknowledge, someone's role. But I think Martell thinks that he should, I don't know, girl. I get that people should receive credit, but girl, you also did what you were supposed to do. Girl, you are talking about, Martell is a type of man, he's already told us that he didn't even believe in learning how to comb his daughter's hair, right? Because that's something that a woman should do. So Martell clearly looks at himself as this head of household, leader, protector, provider. So if you are all those things, then why at the end of the day should you receive credit for doing what you are supposed to do? I don't know. Martell, if you were that great at making Melody who she is, then why can't you do it for yourself? Because last time we checked, Your credit score fell 100 points. You didn't have no money. You couldn't pay for tuition for the kids. Girl, you couldn't get your kids' hair fixed. She had to come out of pocket. Melody had to come out of pocket to get the girl's hair fixed, right? But all of a sudden, girl, you want us to believe that you're just this person who, and you can't even do it for yourself. You're running around town begging for jobs. Girl, I'm not worried about Martell. I'm not going to play this game with Martell today. All right, so Martell thinks that if it wasn't for the show, they would still be married. And I have to absolutely 1,000% agree with Martell. Even though I know Melody let us know that they had already separated once in 2017 before the inception of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I still believe that if it wasn't for the show, Melody would still be with Martell. Melody has already let us know. Remember Melody said it wasn't the baby? It wasn't the cheating? Didn't she say that? It was, even if she wanted to get back with Martell, that's what she said. Even if I wanted to get back with Martell, it won't be, the baby would not be the reason for me not getting back with Martell. It would be the way that he disrespects me, which is still bad. But that leads me to believe that, girl, there's a good chance that if it wasn't for this show, if it wasn't for you reading the comments, right, and if it wasn't for public opinion, girl, you would still be with Martell. You will still be waiting for him to get this out of his system, right? Or Adriana, or whatever her name is, whatever the girl's name is, out of his system. That's a good thing she left him. Girl, should nobody be in a situation like that, girl. We could play this, you cheat, I'm cheating back. I get it on some petty childish shit. But at the end of the day, girl, y'all, we can't be doing that, y'all. We can't be doing that. Especially when somebody out there having a full-blown, let me shut up. The show was changed. Marceau didn't like the fact that the show's title was changed. At first, it was supposed to be about construction, and then they changed it to Love and Marriage, and he felt some type of way about it. I could see that. I could see it, because at that point, you have to realize that the focus is no longer going to be the work. It's going to be our relationship. And if you are somebody like Marceau, who knows how he moves, right, then you don't want the focus to be on your relationship, your marriage, or the way that you move. Because at that point, it's going to start shining a light on your fucked up foul behavior, period. So Marceau knows what's going on. They all do. Kimmy and the side chick. One thing about Marceau and Maurice is that they do the same exact thing. I've been saying this for years. People who have been following me know that I've been saying this probably since the start of my YouTube page. I do believe that at some point with this whole celebrity gossip stuff, that celebrities do have a reason or a right, or whatever word you want to use, to feel like you need to stay out of my business. I've used Kerry Washington, for example. Kerry Washington is one of those celebrities where, girl, I be forgetting the heifer got children. Okay? I damn be forgetting the heifer is married. Kerry Washington got 2 or 3 kids, I believe. I think 2. But Kerry Washington is so private to the point where I feel like nobody should be in her business, because she makes it her business not to discuss her personal business. Everything that we hear about Kerry Washington usually has to do something with her professional life, not her personal life, right? So it's like with Martell and Marceau, y'all are on a show. And I get that Maurice feels like, why do I need to address the side chick comments? It's like me trying to defend myself if somebody says I'm an alien. Basically, it's just not true. The reason why you need to defend it is because nobody calling you a home-wrecking hoe. They're calling your wife that. They're calling your wife a side chick. So while it may not affect you, it's clearly affecting your wife. That's why she had to bring in Pat to have a sit-down conversation. What Maurice should have done was like a lot of these people do when they want to like just make sure that we have an understanding of what's going on is, hey, Kimmy, tomorrow we're going to tell the crew to come over and we're going to have this conversation in front of the cameras about you being a side chick. And he should have been like, you know, I don't like the fact that people are calling you a side chick because this. And this is how it happened. But he ain't never did that. I don't remember Maurice ever doing that. So because he never did that, that's why the public was like, girl, you don't never have your wife back. When people are calling her a side chick. Do I think that Kimmy was a side chick? No. Did she know she was a side chick? No. Even with Maurice saying the things that he said about, oh, I have the U-Haul receipt, Kimmy was just, not Kimmy, Kyle was just upset because, you know, I basically was fucking through a whole bunch of bitches and then Kimmy was the one who grabbed my heart. That's pretty much what they said. And so since Kimmy was the one who pretty much, you know, I stopped at Kimmy, then that's who Kyle seems to have a problem with. Carlos asked him, were they still fucking? He said no. I guess at the time they filed he filed for divorce. That's fine. We have to talk about the side chick stuff. Kyle name's gonna come up. I didn't appreciate them asking. Now I know I might be, you know. I didn't like the fact that how y'all gonna try to bring up Kyle to me, trying to insinuate that Kyle was cheating on more. How y'all gonna insinuate that Kyle was cheating on Maurice, but then you gonna put this out there to let it linger, but she's not there to defend herself? I didn't like that. It's one thing we have to address the side chick comments and all that stuff, but to start bringing in like, okay, the toothbrush and did she do something? Yes, she did something. Okay, you trying to say she cheated? Anyways, so Martell says it was mentioned that Kimmy was a side chick in a playful way. If you listen to the conversation, Martell wasn't lying. They have mentioned in a playful, joking way that Kimmy was a side chick. I definitely believe that Marceau has told Martell that Kimmy was a side chick. Some of the cousins, y'all, had to tell me. I missed that, and y'all know I'm messy boots. I missed that when Tisha called Kimmy a side chick. I think it was the second episode of this season. Her and Marceau was sitting at that kitchen table, and Tisha called Kimmy a side chick. Now she cleaning it up, talking about that's what Kaya told me, but I don't believe it. Yo, you believed it because you said it. So all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, I think it's more to the story. I think that Kimmy probably didn't know, but something going on because there ain't no way that they all calling you a side chick and then your husband don't even want to defend you because it's kind of like, it's pointless. We like, Maurice is on some, we know the truth, so it don't matter what they think. But again, they're not calling you a home-wrecking hoe. They're calling your wife that. So your ass should have been the first one in line trying to correct them. My wife ain't never been no chick, okay? So anyways, Martell says he's not a cheater at heart. What the fuck that mean? I wasn't a hoe at heart either. I just was a hoe back in the day. Okay? I wasn't no Jezebel girl heathen. Okay? Girl, I wasn't one at heart. I was just the one. What the fuck that mean, Martell? You wasn't a cheater at heart. Girl. Okay. They talked about how once upon a time Martell and Melody were Team Hope. Girl, y'all know I was not. For the girls who don't know, I was not. I used to be here. I think I liked Melody and then I hated Melody, then I liked Melody because I think that I didn't like Martell, so they made me like Melody. Now I don't like Melody because I think Melody is fake. But once upon a time, and I still stand by what I said. Wow, Tisha used to have a little soft spot. I used to have a little soft spot in my heart for Tisha. But I still think that Martell and Melody used to be on some bitch since my house is burning down. Bitch, I'm going to set everybody else's house in the neighborhood on fire too. Because they was really on some, we team hope, this is this, and we... And now, girl, look at them. Girl, going for each other's neck. Anyways, so, girl, when I tell you Carlos King, when I tell you Carlos King got Martell together like no other. When I tell you Carlos King had Martell looking dumb on that stage. Let me say something about Martell. This is how we know, and I don't know if I said this earlier in the review. This is how we should know that Martell. And I really don't use this word often. I really don't. But Martell might be narcissist. I think, we all have it in us, of course, right? But I think he really is. I really think Martell is a narcissist. Martell has been on this show for 3 seasons, and I don't know how many episodes. And to this day, Martell is still playing these childish, fucked up, immature games. The simple fact that Carlos can sit here in front of your face and break this shit down. We were in the middle of a pandemic. Your wife just had a baby, and you were still out here in the streets, right? Where were you going? I was going to the gym. The gyms were not even open. Was there something else that was open? Okay. He says that he wasn't sleeping with the girl. Martell. This is the type of shit. I'm gonna say this much. Oh, I'm about to get mad. I need to calm myself down. I can definitely see how someone could snap and end up in prison fucking with somebody like Martell. I can see it. I don't want nobody to, because I don't want nobody to go to prison. Not over no nigga. Girl, please don't. But I could see how it could happen. The simple fact that Martell has the audacity to sit its black ass on that stage and play this game. He don't know that how she get pregnant. Girl, when I tell you I literally almost picked up my brand new TV and threw it over the balcony. Okay, no, I didn't. It's not that serious to me. But I literally just looked at my TV with my mouth wide open bitch, no, this motherfucker. Girl, you really just sat up here and did that shit, Martell? You could tell Carlos was Carlos looked at Martell okay. Nigga, I'm not about to play this game with you. Okay. Oh, Jim. So, you were sleeping with the woman. No, I wasn't. How did she get pregnant? He shrugs. Girl, he literally said he was not sleeping with the woman. How did she get pregnant? Okay, well, let's do the math. How old is your son? I'd rather not say. Any woman who knows Martell Holt, any woman who has watched this TV show, and you have seen the way that Martell moves, if you get involved with Martell Holt, you are a goddamn fool. It's one thing if you ain't never watched Love and Marriage Huntsville and you just see Martell and you okay. But if you have watched this show and you have seen this, girl, bitch, you need to be in therapy too. Because there's something clearly wrong about you. Bitch, if I was a woman, I would never give Martell no pussy. Ever. Excuse me. We've talked about Martell being fine and all that stuff. But girl, Martell ain't that goddamn fine. He's not. He's not. Martell is psycho. Okay? Anyways, Melody left Martell March 2017. I think we talked about that. She said the side chick kept calling. Marceau and Melody said she left Martell because he didn't want to stop cheating. He had this thought, and I think that it's not just Martell. It's a lot of men and women who feel this way. Like, girl, having a piece of man is better than having no man, right? You know, be smarter about your cheating. Or a lot of old school women feel like, you know, well, he's coming home to you. Don't let no bitch steal your man. That ain't nothing but the devil. Don't you let nobody break up your happy home. Anyway, so she said, well, at one point, the side chick, the girl kept calling the phone. And that's how she said she didn't even know that he was cheating at all. Marceau. Okay, this whole Marceau and Melody cheating stuff. I'm just gonna say it. I don't believe it. Y'all know I think Marceau is trash, but I don't think he's that type of trash nigga to mess with or try and even mess with someone who he considers a friend, wife, right? Marceau gives me that he will probably try and mess with, like, Melody's homegirl. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Marceau is that low down and dirty. I will give him that. I don't think he is. I know some people are like, girl, well, I don't think he is. I think that either two things have happened. With that being said, either Marceau is trifling ass nigga and Martell knows how he moves. That's why he felt some type of way about the whole drink situation. Either Martell is just a grimy, low down, dirty, moving ass type of dude, and he feels that everybody else moves that way too. Or, like I think a lot of people probably think that it's just inappropriate to invite somebody else's wife out for drinks. Now, when Melody broke the story down, it did not sound that bad to me. Basically, the shit hit the fan in the Holt house. Van called Marceau. Like, oh my God, it's going down, basically. They trying to get everything together. What's the face left the house? Melody left the house. Marceau calls Melody to make sure that she's okay. He comes and meets her in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, trying to calm her down. I have watched this show from the beginning. Did I see once upon a time it looked like Marceau be doing like a little flirting with Melody? Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was second season. But I have never really just thought about like anybody in this group crossing that line. They've always been respectful to each other. They hug each other. They, you know, like I just never got that from this group of people. I just haven't. So Marceau, she says Marceau was then like, let's just go have some drinks. It's going to be okay. I really think that's how it happened. I don't know, girl. Because this whole friend group is low-key when I think about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, this friend group is confusing as fuck. Because it's not confusing, but it's really with them. Like, you got Marceau who says that Martell is an upstanding guy and he's a reliable friend and that's my guy. But this is the same person that has damn near assassinated your character and not only said you was a trash ass nigga and you had 20 girlfriends, but he's also low-key accusing you of being inappropriate with his ex-wife. That's why I be thinking Marceau, I don't think Marceau has crossed that line with Melody, but that's why I think that Martell got some dirt on Marceau. And then Martell, if you really thought that this man was trying to push up on your ex-wife or you thought he was being inappropriate, then why are y'all still friends? If that's what you really and truly think. It's weird to me. But yeah, I still believe Melody. I believe that's how it went. I don't think that, and Melody let it be known, Marcel ain't never got out of line with me. He ain't never disrespected me, nothing like that. And I believe it. I really do believe it. It's just weird on how some of the things that have happened in this friend group, how they operate after it happens. Like, it's very weird to me. Bitch. Did Mel cheat on Martell? If you listen to Melody, she really was answering the question truthfully. They kept asking her, did you cheat on Martell in the marriage? If you listen, she was saying, not when we were together. Technically, she was not lying. Because when they separated, they were, okay, well, I ain't gonna say technically. Technically, they were married, but in that moment, they were not together. They were separated because she had moved out, right? Did she know she had moved out for 1 month or a couple of months or whatever? And I guess that's when she started seeing the old dude. Now, this is where Melody, bitch, Melody says that the guy who she didn't have sex with him. It was an intercourse. Sex was involved. Okay? It just wasn't intercourse. Well, it was intercourse with the tongue. Period. Okay. Melody, girl. Let's just call a thing a thing. Bitch, you talking about you don't know if you suck that nigga dick or not. Girl. Oh, girl. I don't know. Melody, you're lying. Melody, you're lying. Melody, what you should have said was, yeah, first of all, what you should have said was, first of all, that's not what happened. What happened was we performed fellatio on each other. Okay? That's what you should have said. So then, no, I wasn't performing fellatio on him because I was giving it to another man. Because I didn't want his dirty dick in my mouth. That's what she should have said. That would have shut that whole motherfucking reunion down. I guarantee you, if Melody would have flipped the script and said, no, what actually happened was, if you really want to be honest, is I wasn't giving him fellatio, but I was giving it to another man because he wasn't sticking his dirty dick in my mouth. Okay? That whole reunion would have ended right then. Melody, you're lying. You remember, now let me just say this, TMI, you know, everybody out there know what been in their mouth and who been in their mouth, okay? And if you don't, girl, if you don't know, let me say something. If you can't remember if you suck dick or not, girl, what the fuck is you doing? Melody says the man gave her oral sex. That was it. She can't remember if she did it to him. Melody, you're lying. You're lying. I also don't nobody want to say, because it's still like, I feel like it's still like this weird thing around women giving oral sex. So I get it to a certain degree. But I also feel like, bitch, I would have shut that whole reunion down and let it be known, y'all sucked his dick and I wasn't sucking that motherfucker's dick because he was out here in these goddamn streets. But y'all sucked his dick. What's the next question? Everybody's mouth would have dropped. Playing this motherfucking game with you. Carlos says that, you know, it's more to the girl being coleslaw. I think Funkin' Anita came up with that name. And when you think about it, when you think about it the way that Carlos King put it, I feel like it's the truth. Any person who will ruin their entire marriage, ruin their entire family over this one particular woman, it's more than this woman being coleslaw. Baby, it's not like you just fucked this bitch, and that will make it better. But it's not like you just had sex with this woman and then that was the end of it. You called her your girlfriend. You were in an entire relationship with this woman. So whatever she has over you, whatever control she has over you, whatever y'all got going on, is something that serious to the point where you will risk it all. Carlos says he saw hope in them working things out. Girl, why? You saw hope in Melody and no, I didn't see hope in y'all working it out. I thought y'all was because most women will work it out, but because y'all was on TV, I kind of figured she was gonna throw in a towel. That's what I would have said. All right, that was pretty much it. This review was too damn long. I will talk to y'all girls tomorrow. Bye.